but nobody ever asks what we're doing or what's different. Why is it that Pixar is so different? It's very curious. So now for me, it's just, observations like, okay, why aren't they curious? Why aren't they asking? Then we found the contract, the 5-picture contract to continue it, which continues that right to see everything that we're doing. Now we're very successful, and they're very unsuccessful, and still nobody ever asks, what are you doing? And there are no secrets. We're not hiding anything, ever.
What's going on there?
I have a theory. Part of it, I think, that this has to do with you go to your first conclusion and you stop thinking. In this case, they would have thought that this is the reason Pixar is successful is because they've got some combination of, it's John Lasseter's got it, or John and Ed, or John and Ed or Steve, some combination of three. We don't have them, and that's the secret to their success. So we can't copy that. Now that's just a shallow way of thinking. The real question is, what is it that's being done that's different? Everybody's different, but what are they doing? And there was a logic behind the way we built Pixar and the culture at Pixar, which is unlike anything else in the entertainment industry. There's nothing secretive about it. Nobody cared to know. Bob decided to come up as soon as he was made the CEO. He came up to Pixar, and the idea was to spend a day with us, seeing what we were doing, how we thought about things, and what we had in the works. And when he came, he walked up our walkway to the building alone. No assistant, no entourage. A driver dropped him off. He came up alone, spent the whole day going around. And the first thing is, from the people at Pixar, the fact that he came alone was very impressive, right? No group of people coming around, so very personal. Bob loved what he saw, and then he went back and he said, okay, we have to do this. And that was his first major battle with the board, which he did write in the book. This was too big of a risk and too much money.
What did he see that day that made him arrive at that conclusion?
You saw the way we worked, the interaction, the ideas that we were working on, the style, honestly, it's the way I look at any film that we're working on is when we're working on a film, and you've got a group trying to solve the problems. And as I've said many times, when you start off, these films aren't done, right? They're at the beginning, they have many problems, they suck and all sorts.
I think in the book you say, embrace that early work will always suck.
Yeah, so basically, if that's true, then how do you measure whether or not you should keep doing it? It sucks. Oh, let's keep on doing it. So what's your basis for proceeding? And for me, the basis was, what's the spirit of the team? Because we all know it doesn't work, but if they're really working together and they're laughing and then they're angsting and all that together, then that's when you say, okay, we just keep going. We just, keep trying to solve it. Along that line, before I left, we completed 21 of the 22 films we started. So this is bizarre in that world. And at Disney, we completed, by the time I left, 10 of the 11 that we'd started. So it was just a different way of thinking about it. If we're going to fix the problem, and a hard problem is more likely to lead to an interesting film.
Say more about that.
Well, if it's easy, then it's more derivative. Like, you know how to write a script, you know what the 3-act structure is, you know all these elements of storytelling, and you put together all the pieces and you've got a story. Is it a great story? Is it emotional? Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But the statistics actually aren't terribly good. But it's fairly easy to come up with something which is mediocre. It's cheaper too. If you take on hard things, then you need to spend more time trying to figure. You're trying to figure out how to be different.